What is up, everybody? We are back, and we are back in more ways than one. Guys, we've been monetized again. I had to take a little time away from the day-to-day streaming so that I could get with my guys behind the scenes, and they gave me a great strategy and a plan to get the monetization back going, and it worked flawlessly. So you haven't seen me. That's okay. I know you guys think, oh, Brandon just does this for money. Honestly, I haven't really been doing much of anything. Been over at No Jumper, uh, hung out on a couple of friends' podcasts. Definitely was a pleasant time, but I missed you guys, and I know you guys missed me, and I know you guys been waiting for these ones, and I have a great show for you today. First things first, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you are new to this channel, welcome in. We appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you being here. We all appreciate you being here. And feel free to sound off in the comments. Let us know what you think about the content. Let me know what you think about my opinions. Man, I had to go get a cut, dog. I had to bite the bullet and go get the haircut, Dino. I was rough. I was looking like a ghetto munchkin, dude. I was out here nappy headed. Man, I was sick as heck. And guys, we might veer a little bit off topic. That's what we do here. This is a live show, and I'm talking to my kinfolk. You guys who are in the audience are my kinfolk. I like to just chop it up, have a little conversation, and we get together here and we discuss current events. And I give you guys my opinion on these current events and let you know exactly what I think about what's going on, honestly, openly, objectively, as far as I'm concerned. And we don't never pull no punches, and we don't never fake. We don't never fake the funk, as I like to say. We keep it 100% real. And the first thing we're going to talk about today is this situation with this damn LeBron James. Now, it's no secret to anyone that I am not a fan of LeBron James at all. I respect him as a basketball player, and that's where it ends. I don't think he's the GOAT. I don't think he's one of the greatest of all time. I mean, I think he's a really, really good basketball player, but I don't think that he's someone who, in my opinion, is the greatest player of all time. I just don't see it. I don't see it. With everything that he's done, with the way he's basically been like the Nepo baby of the NBA, the NBA ownership, the league fawning over him. To me, everything was, served to this guy on a silver platter, and he underachieved. This guy really did not live up to the hype. This guy, to me, bounced around to every team. We made excuses for this guy. The gauntlet that other players had to go through to get to championships, we apologized for LeBron not having to do that. And now, in the ultimate display of nepotism, LeBron James has used his stardom, his fame, his NBA pedigree, his mystique, to get his son, Bronny James, a job with the Los Angeles Lakers that he did not earn. And for me, that was the thing that just put the nail in the coffin when it comes to LeBron. Like, bro, you're not even that amazing of a player. You're, in my opinion, you're a stat padder. You're someone who pads your stats. You go out for stats. I can't say that I feel that you earnestly go out, I don't feel that you earnestly go out every day and try to win, as much as I feel you just try to protect your own personal legacy. And I'm sorry, maybe I'm too harsh on LeBron, but let's be real, bro. I came from the era of Kobe, dog. I came from the era of the Mamba, bro. Like Kobe, this man never gave up. This man worked harder than anybody ever in the history of the NBA. I mean, this guy took a body that, though he was 6'6", it was an average body. It wasn't like a spectacular body. He didn't have any. He's like Kobe was like Batman to me. You know, he didn't have any superpowers, but he used his brain and his work ethic to become, to me, the best. You know, people say Jordan's the best, but to me, Kobe's the best. I mean, Kobe, to me, did more with less than anyone in the history of the NBA. People can argue, people can say what they want to when they want to, but I'm telling you, as far as I am concerned, Kobe did more with less. I'm talking about, like, Kobe got his 3 joints with Shaq. Obviously, yes, we know that. But Kobe then came right back and went to the NBA Finals 3 times with a bunch of dudes who aren't even ever going to be mentioned in the Hall of Fame conversation. He went 3 times and he beat 2 really great teams. Like, he went, like, people hate on my dog, bro. But they do not understand that Kobe and Shaq won 3 titles. Then they split up. And after that, Shaq only won 1 more title. And Kobe came back and won. Shaq only went to the finals 1 more time. He won 1 more title. Kobe came back, went to the finals 3 more times, and won 2 out of 3. And I feel that the NBA made a concerted effort to sabotage Kobe passing Michael Jordan when they blocked the trade of Chris Paul from the New Orleans Hornets to the Lakers. They blocked it and they forced Chris Paul to go to the Clippers. If Kobe got with Chris Paul, bro, Kobe might have won 8 titles. With the work ethic Kobe had, I'm talking about Kobe went to the finals 3 times on his own and came back with 2 championships. Went to the finals 3 times in a row, a three-peat, alone, and came back with 2 titles. And who did he beat? He beat all Hall of Famers. He beat Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard was going to the Hall of Fame, for sure. That's not even the tip of the iceberg. He beat a team. He beat a super team with an average team. He beat a super team with an average team, bro. Ron Artest is not going to be in the Hall of Fame. Trevor Ariza is not going to be in the Hall of Fame. Paul Gasol is not going to be in the Hall of Fame. Paul Gasol is not going to the Hall of Fame. No way in hell. No way in hell. And Kobe beat a team of nothing but Hall of Famers. Paul Pierce, KG, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Rashad, what's that dude name? The weird one, the one who acts stupid all the time, the light-skinned dude with the beard. I want to call him Rashad, but I don't think his name is Rashad. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Tell me in the comments. The other dude who always fighting and getting technical fouls. Bro, that team was loaded. Yeah, Rasheed Wallace. That team was loaded with talent. Absolutely loaded. Not to mention my dog, Rajon Rondo, who was a phenom, who was a freaking prodigy. The team was loaded. And Kobe was good. I mean, MJ was good, but he wasn't perfection. There were flaws in MJ's game, one of which was his long-range shooting. And Kobe came back and improved upon that. MJ was a hell of a finisher. MJ was a hell of a mid-range player, and he was a hell of a defender. But Kobe was a hell of a defender. Kobe had a mid-range game that was unstoppable. Kobe was a hell of a finisher. Y'all don't remember 2002 Kobe, bro. When Kobe gained weight and was dunking on everybody, but he lost weight because he said his knees was hurting. Let's go. Yeah, he really couldn't go left that well. Yeah, we ain't gonna dog Mike, but Mike was amazing. But Kobe just came out of nowhere, bro. And just the work ethic that Kobe displayed to get to where he was is unmatched. Nobody, including Mike, nobody worked harder than Kobe Bryant. He worked for everything he got. He worked for every freaking thing he got. And you know, I just don't feel LeBron James has the work ethic to ever be even mentioned in the conversation with Kobe. Kobe got more titles. You know what I'm saying? Kobe is a better player. Like, pound for pound, 2010 USA team proved that Kobe Bryant was better than LeBron. When that team was struggling, Kobe put that team on his back and came back and carried that team to victory over Spain. You know what I'm saying? LeBron had his chance to do that in the last Olympics. He let Steph Curry take the light. But anyway, so LeBron James, enough Kobe glazing. So LeBron James recently confronted Stephen A. Smith at a Laker game. I want to play this video so y'all can see. No one knows what was said, but Stephen A. released a video telling us what was said by LeBron to him. And basically, we were told, we found out later on, that LeBron approached Stephen A. over his son, Bronny James. And essentially, he told Stephen A., yo, bro, keep my son's name out of your mouth. That's basically what he told me. Bro, keep my son's name out of your mouth. And I'm just sitting here stuck because Stephen A. is a sports commentator. Isn't his job to talk about this idiot's son? Isn't his job to comment on the doggone NBA? So why all of a sudden can't he talk about your son? You forced your son onto the NBA. You forced him. He didn't earn it. The boy averaged 2 points in college. 2 points. Was a bench warmer. You forced him into the NBA. Now you don't want nobody to talk about him, you know, and how sorry he is. Because I'm going to talk about him, Brian. You could come at me. Listen, bro. I like chopping down trees, dude. I kick your butt in the knee, and when you bend over to rub it, you know the rest. You know what I'm saying? Let's play this. Could you ever imagine Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant approaching some sports commentator at a game? Like, let's be real. Could you ever in all your days imagine Michael Jordan or the damn Mamba, Kobe Bryant, approaching some sports commentator at a doggone game because he's mad about what the person said? Now, Kobe he would go off on Stephen A., but Kobe was man enough to just do it in text. LeBron James has Stephen A. Smith's phone number. All these players who are big, they have all these sports commentators and analysts, they have these players' phone number and vice versa. Why did you have to approach this guy in public? Why did you have to come at this guy at a Laker game? That's my question. Why did you have to do that? Why did you have to do that?
Now let's get to it.
So I want to play Stephen A. Smith telling us his version of what happened. And then I'm going to give you guys my opinion, my final thought on this situation. But I totally expect this from someone like LeBron James. This guy is a spoiled jerk. No one can talk about him. No one can talk about how he doesn't work hard in the offseason. Nobody could talk about how the guy pretends to be intelligent, carries around books that he's not even reading. The guy forced his son into the NBA. He used his prestige and his leverage to force his son onto the Lakers and take a position from someone who was willing to earn the position. And the kid is terrible. The kid is absolutely terrible. But no one can say anything about it. Bro, I never thought I'd see the day where a darn player in the NBA gets to dictate to people what they can and cannot say about another player in the NBA that shouldn't even be in the NBA. This is so indicative of the world we live in. We're going to play Stephen A., get his opinion on it.
Now let's get to a subject that's apparently gone viral on social media today, and it also involves yours truly. Last night I was in attendance at the Knicks-Lakers game, sitting courtside, where during a timeout, I believe it was in the third quarter, I was confronted by none other than LeBron James himself. LeBron had some choice words for me in regards to comments I've made prior about him in regards to his son, Bronny James. Before I get any further, let me just put to bed a couple of things that have been reported that are false. People was talking about LeBron called me out my name, or somebody said he called me a bitch. Somebody said he called me a punk and all this. None of that is true. He was fiery. He approached me during the game and he said, "Stop effing with my son. That's my effing son. Stop effing with my son." I said, "What? Nah, man, straight up, man to man. Real talk. Stop effing with my son." And I saw how furious he was. And I said, "We can talk about it later." "Nah, F that. Stop effing with my son. That's my son. That's my son." I said, "All right, dog. Fine." And he walked away. That's all he said. I knew what he was talking about.
This to me is giving Will Smith trying to slap Chris Rock over the comments that he made about Jada Pinkett Smith. Bro, it's your son. That is true. It is your son. But your son is an NBA player now. And he's not very good. So my job is to talk about NBA players, especially the ones who are not very good. If you don't want me to comment on your freaking son, and that's my son, then you should not have forced him onto the NBA or into the NBA. LeBron could have let Bronny play 4 years in college, see if he developed into anything, worthy of the NBA, and then let him stand on his own too as a man. I'll give you a prime example. Gary Payton Jr. plays for the Golden State Warriors. You don't hear Gary Payton Sr. You don't hear about him confronting sports analysts if they say something negative about Gary Payton Jr. As a matter of fact, if the boy name wasn't Gary Payton Jr., you wouldn't even know that he was Gary Payton's son. Every player, Dell Curry, you don't see Dell Curry confronting analysts for talking about Steph Curry. LeBron James is not the first person who's had a son that is in the NBA. But because he's a little mark, because he's a little soy boy, he feels like he can go bully people into not being given an honest opinion about his son. Your son he sucks. He's horrible at basketball. I could probably average the same amount of points as Bronny James. The boy don't score nothing. He had one game where he scored pretty good. And I feel like they let him score. I feel like LeBron might have sent a phone call to the other team, like, let him get like 30. Right? Yeah, we talking about stats. We talking about stats and ability. There's no way that boy should be on the court over Dalton Connect, who's actually good. Sports is a meritocracy. Nepotism is not supposed to be in sports. If that's the case, the NBA owners' sons would be the point guards on every team in the league. The NFL owners, their sons would be quarterbacks on every team in the league. Professional sports is not the place for nepotism and cronyism. Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson had much love for Dr. Jerry Buss, but you never saw, soon as Magic Johnson was no longer fit to play basketball, Jerry Buss kicked his ass to the curb. All right, Magic, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go. Mike Larry, I'm with you. But bro, who's the goof? Who's the goof? A line has to be drawn in the sand. Real ninjas can't have goofs talk crazy. What will the world come to? That's the problem. LeBron is a goof. He ain't real. Nothing LeBron has done during his time in the NBA has been real. Everything LeBron is a manufactured NBA GOAT. LeBron is a experiment. Let's see if we can take somebody from high school and make them the greatest player who ever played basketball. How are we going to do it? The stats. The stats. Bro, stats don't mean crap. Stats don't mean anything. You know how many times they tried to do like Moneyball and go off the stats and put all the players on the same team and think that that team's going to be amazing and those teams didn't do anything? I don't really look at stats like that. I look at titles. Personal achievements are cool, but I look at titles. People talk about how LeBron makes every team better, but then when the team don't win, it's never LeBron's fault. Oh, he makes his teammates so much better. Well, then why aren't they winning? But when the team lose, it has nothing to do with LeBron. The teammates get all the blame. No, hell no. LeBron needs to take several seats, and the NBA should have fined his ass for approaching Stephen A. Smith and yelling at him.
I've spoken about this before. Matter of fact, I heard that not many, not all, but a few players were upset at me about that. I think one player in particular was Draymond Green, who I haven't spoken to since and has no desire to speak to me primarily because of this, I suppose. And I found out the way that I found out, which was last night while I was at the game. I was a guest of Ari Emanuel, owner of William Morris Endeavor, founder of William Morris Endeavor, rather. Founder of Endeavor, I'm sorry, before they merged with William Morris. And I was a guest of his, sitting at the game with him and Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was sitting courtside, and the next thing you know, out of the blue, LeBron came in my face. Obviously, since he brought up his son, he was piggybacking off of what I had said weeks ago. And what I had said weeks ago is that when Bronny James was struggling, and I threw out some stats and stuff like that, and I said he's not ready. And then I came on this podcast and I reiterated that point. Clearly, it was something that was on LeBron James' mind that he was aching to confront me about. And so it happened the way that it happened. Now, before I get into anything else, let me say that LeBron's agent, who is Rich Paul, his boy, has my number. Maverick Carter.
Exactly what I was saying. All these people have each other's number. Why did LeBron James feel it was necessary to confront Stephen A. Smith at that game? Then Stephen A. Smith says, Bronny isn't ready. Bronny isn't ready. That's the truth. Ray Charles could come from the grave and see that Bronny is not ready. Anyone can see that Bronny is not ready. So at this point, it's not about someone disrespecting your kid. It's about the truth hurting you and you trying to be, you personifying the characteristics of this like generation, where if you say something I don't like, I'm trying to censor you and silence you and bully you until you shut up and stop saying it. This is why I will never have respect for LeBron, because LeBron to me is an embodiment of everything that is wrong with our society today. He plays to the cheap seats with the racism crap, you know, the fake social justice crap. And no GOAT that I've ever acknowledged has ever done that. Jordan didn't get involved with politics. He says, shoot, Republicans buy basketball shoes too. Kobe never got involved with politics. They understood that what we do is something that is supposed to bring people together despite their differences, despite whatever little petty, differences that they might have. You don't go to a basketball game and sit in the stands and ask the guy next to you, hey, man, are you a Democrat or a Republican? You don't do that. No one does that. But when you got people like LeBron, someone don't know crap about what's going on, not on any deep level, trying to pick a side so he could become a media darling. That's all LeBron ever cared about. Headlines, pats on the back, and contracts with places like with communist China and stuff like that. That ain't no champ. You can't be the GOAT because the GOAT don't get involved in things that ain't got nothing to do with him. The GOAT says, look, basketball is going to bring us all together. Don't matter if you white, black, blue, green, whatever. The GOAT is an ambassador of the sport. And the sport is something that can be used to make a powerful statement when it comes to unity. And to me, LeBron James doesn't value that position enough to ever be considered the GOAT. He's a damn paper GOAT, manufacturer, paper champion. And every time he goes up against someone who challenges him, he folds, just like he folded the other night against Jason Tatum. LeBron caught him in traffic. No, LeBron caught him at a damn basketball game.
Who's universally respected and is a big player in the industry these days. He has my number. It's very easy for LeBron James to have called me. It's very easy for one of them to have called me and to say, LeBron wants to see you. He wants to talk to you face to face, man to man. That's not what happened. Last night at the Lakers game happened. Now I get, and people have said to me today that I'm looking pretty damn sad. I'll fess up, I am. Because something like that is not something that should make any of us comfortable. I didn't anticipate it. I don't know why I didn't anticipate it. But I'm not here to blame LeBron James. That wasn't a basketball player talking to me last night. That was a dad. He rolled up on me as a father. That's what he did. That was not a basketball player talking to me. We talk about LeBron James all the time. Practically everybody does. That's not what LeBron James does. So for him to confront me, obviously it was something that he was incredibly passionate about, put off about, and felt necessary to confront me about. And what better motivation could there be than to be protective of his son? I understand it. I respect it as a parent. I'm a father of 2 daughters. And in all honesty, I couldn't definitively tell you that if I were LeBron James, I would not have done the same thing. I would hope that I would not have. I would hope that I would have picked up the phone and called the person instead, or got arranged to see that person face to face instead, rather than walking up to me in the middle of a game, courtside. That was not the end of the game. That was not the beginning of the game. That was in the middle of the game that this happened. But that's what happened. And there's really not much you can do about it. I have a lot to say about it, but I wanted to address a couple of things. Number one, because I saw this tweet from Kevin Love. He was responding to my tweet. My tweet was, I had no intentions of talking about it. And the reason I had no intentions of talking about it is because that's what men do. You handle it privately if you can. I didn't want to address it. As I tweeted here, I wouldn't have either had it not gone viral. But it did go viral because when I got up my social media person informed me that it was over 15 million views. And it had gone viral. It was number one. It was the number one sports story going. And regardless of everybody wanting to walk around acting like they don't have bosses, I don't deny the fact that I have bosses. I work for ESPN, and ESPN called me this morning. They said, "What you mean you ain't talking about it? You most certainly have to talk about it. This directly involves you."
Yeah, it's like you basically you set the dude up because like there's nothing he can say to LeBron in that moment. What is he gonna say? Curse LeBron out? Hey LeBron, go to hell. I'm gonna talk about your garbage ass son because he sucks at basketball. Whether you like it or not, it is the exact same energy that Will Smith displayed when he went and slapped Chris Rock. He knew there was nothing Chris Rock could do. He knew Chris Rock couldn't get up there and have a fist fight with him on the stage at the doggone Oscars or the Grammys or whichever one it is. There's no man who can call himself a man who respects that mess. You can't even confront somebody at a doggone Little League game. And you got a dude in the NBA who's supposed to be an example approaching sports analysts because they said his son's not ready. News flash, LeBron, he's not ready. You knew that when your son couldn't even score 5 points in a college. Excuse me, I'm eating. But you knew that when your son couldn't even score 5 points in a damn college basketball game. And can't lie. You're 100% right. Stephen A is tiny compared to LeBron. I'm talking about scrawny. This fool is skinny. And LeBron comes up to him like, what did you want to happen? Oh, wait, you're an attention whore. So you wanted attention. You're an attention seeker. And that's all LeBron James is. Mike Larry said he should have snuck LeBron. Bro, when LeBron turned around, I would have snuck his ass. Hit him dead in his hip. I'd have hit him in the back of the kneecap. Right? Yeah, LeBron publicly bullied a man who's 17 years older than him. Right. And then does it in the middle of the game. Only to turn around and get crushed by Jason Tatum a couple of days later. Like guys, somebody said they're the second seed in the West because of LeBron. They're not the second seed in the West because of LeBron. They're second seed in the West because of Luka Doncic, because of Dalton Connect, because of the Reeves kid. That's why they're second in the West. Because those dudes are like, yo, I ain't about to listen to this dude anymore. That team has stopped listening to LeBron. Now they have real leadership. They got another alpha male, not beta male, old Anthony Davis. And now they're like, yo, we got somebody who we can follow. Somebody who's going to lead by example. Not someone who's like, as long as I get my 30, I don't care. That's what LeBron does. That's not leadership. Definitely not in the sports world. Definitely not in the sports world. If they're second seed in the West because of LeBron, why haven't they been second seed in the West all these years? They beat the Nuggets because they had Luka. They had Luka. And the optics are different. LeBron can't go tell that white man what to do and what he can and can't do and all that stuff. Luka got people backing him up. Who gonna tell LeBron, go sit your butt down somewhere? Can't tell him what to do. Anthony Davis don't got that kind of support. Anthony Davis darn near work for LeBron because Rich Paul is his agent. Do you understand? LeBron probably told Rich Paul, trade his ass. Get him a trade. Get him out of here. Right? I'm just telling you. I don't even think Stephen A is 6'1 or 6'2. I think Stephen A probably about 5'9, 5'10. He's so small. But LeBron just is a bully. He's a bully. It's 100% bully energy. Don't talk about my son and his sorry-ass basketball ability. Okay, what would you like me to talk about, LeBron? Tell us how great we are. You're so damn great. Lego. It's just sad and it's disgusting. I'm going to play a little bit more of this.
And LeBron James is the biggest story in the country right now in sports. There's no way for you to escape it. Talk about it. You got your platform. Do what you got to do. I said, fine. Well, when I tweeted out to let everybody know that I will be talking about it, Kevin Love, LeBron's former teammate in Cleveland, throws out this tweet. You have no choice, laugh out loud. Because it went viral, laugh out loud. You didn't want to have to, laugh out loud. You wouldn't have, laugh out loud. Hold that tweet up. Let's go over the list. And I like Kevin Love. I'm very fond of him. All right? I have nothing negative to say. I have no choice because of what I just told you about my bosses, Kevin. Because it went viral, Kevin, which I just explained. I didn't want to. Why would I want to? I take no pleasure in something like this. And I guess it's the implication that, and I wouldn't have, laugh out loud on all of those things. You see, stuff like that dilutes the seriousness of the discussion. So let me explain this to Kevin Love in simplest terms. First Take has been the #1 morning show for 13 consecutive years. And on this particular morning, it's the day after I was in the news for a lucrative contract extension. So if I said that I didn't have any intentions of doing it, I don't have to lie. And I'm not starving for ratings. And respectfully, Kevin, you should know that I mean what I say. I don't have to lie. So I'll just leave it at that. Outside of that, feel free to support your boy. Let me go back to me and LeBron James. Ladies and gentlemen, any alluding to Bronny James in this is either accidental or just a reference point to articulate me and LeBron James, because I'm not here to talk about Bronny James. Bronny James, by all accounts, is a wonderful kid who went into the G League, has been tearing it up, and I personally think is going to be an NBA player. You can't root against Bronny James. He's a great kid. I've never met anybody that said otherwise. Okay? And I'm genuinely rooting for him. Having said that, at the time that I was talking about him and his stats in the aftermath of the Philly game, that's when things have gone haywire, because that's when you start hearing that a few players don't want to talk to you, or folks felt you crossed the line or whatever. Here's what they thought I did that crossed the line. By pointing out how he was struggling, I wasn't really talking about Bronny James that much. He's a rookie. And I think that he'll just get better and better and be in the NBA. It wasn't really about him. It was about...
Man, Stephen A., you are just a hoe at this point. Man, this dude then eviscerated people, went at people, got in people, like basically just shamelessly destroyed people over being sorry at basketball. To me, he just discredited himself as a sports analyst. I bet you if he was a white sports analyst, LeBron wouldn't have approached him. Guarantee 100%. LeBron James is not good. He's not. You can stretch it, bend it, flip it, flop it, any way you want to. The kid is terrible. He's better than I'll ever be. He's better than 99% of the world will ever be. But he's not good enough to secure a starting job in the NBA. He's just not. He's really not good enough to be a backup in the NBA. He's really not. And I cannot believe that someone like Stephen A. Smith would sacrifice his integrity as a journalist to appease some basketball player who couldn't give two craps about him. Bronny James is terrible. LeBron James is a damn crybaby, a spoiled crybaby. And he ain't no damn GOAT. He is not the greatest of all time in basketball. No way in hell. Because the greatest of all time has to be able to shoot free throws. The greatest of all time has to have a bag of moves, right? He has to have a game that he can rely on at all times. Like KD, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, John Stockton, Karl Malone, right? Shaquille O'Neal. Like, this guy got no bag. He got no bag. But he's steady trying to force everybody to call him the greatest. You don't have to ask people to call you the greatest. You don't have to force people. You didn't see Michael Jordan walk around talking about, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT. Mike was worried about winning games, not chasing stats. Do you understand how someone trying to win a game has a negative impact on stats? You might take 20 shots and only hit 7 of them. You're trying to win. LeBron James, like, you can literally see in his mind, he's calculating his own stats before he does anything. That's why he holds the ball so damn long. Wait, what's my shooting percentage right now? All right, man, I done took 12 shots. I made 6 of them. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take another shot. But if I didn't took 12 shots and made 5, now I'm gonna pass this to somebody and get an assist until I get a layup or something easy to help my percentage, my percentage go up. You can literally see it when he's playing basketball. That's why he's always so hesitant to do anything. I've never seen a player walk down the court looking like he's calculating his own stats. And I've never seen the league give people credit for things they're not even doing. There's a whole video on YouTube calling out and pointing out the fact that LeBron is getting credited with assists that aren't even assists. Like an assist. If I pass the ball to you and off of that pass, you do not dribble it, you shoot it and make it. That's an assist. LeBron is getting credited with assist when the guy catch the ball, take 5 dribbles, juke somebody, then lay it in. That's not an assist. John Doe, facts, he's a walking turnover. Yep, that's why he's in the league. And I'm not. But Bronny is in the league because his father is in the league, and the NBA wants to create a narrative around his legacy. There's no one who can argue that. There is no one alive who could argue that. Bronny James probably couldn't even make a foreign team. I'm gonna be real with you. What skill set does he possess? He's not an incredible shooter. He's not really a great defender. He can't give you 10 at will. He can't do it. What skill set does he possess? He doesn't have one, just like his dad. Bronny James is terrible because he's not 6'8" like his father. He has LeBron James game without LeBron James physical gifts. Not very fast, his footwork is not very good. He's not really a solid, reliable shooter beyond the arc. His mid-range game is damn near non-existent, and he's not an incredibly great finisher. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. He has the same game as his daddy. He just don't got the height. If Bronny James was 6'8", this would be a different conversation because he would be able to rely on that to at least give you 10, 5 and 5. But he's just not good. That guy should not be on the court of an NBA with an NBA team. I'm sorry. Right? Yeah, he's the all-time leader in turnovers. I just don't like the Kobe slander. I mean, he's not even in the conversation with Mike, but the Kobe slander is killing me. How someone with 4 titles, one of which is a damn bubble championship, a damn COVID championship, is even in the conversation with somebody who got 5 doggone rings and was the true leader of his team and did it with the same team. That is the number one thing that he will never be the GOAT. Bro had to try to team hop to win. Could you imagine if Kobe Bryant was a team hopper? Kobe Bryant could have went to the Celtics and won 5 or 6 championships in a row. Let's keep it a buck. Kobe Bryant could have went down to Orlando, got with Dwight Howard, and won like 3, 4 titles in a row. Bro could have went to the Clippers and won a gang of titles. Let's keep it a buck. Kobe could have went to the Spurs and got 6. I promise you. Kobe could have left the Lakers in 2004, went to the Spurs, and got six rings in a row and would have been sitting at 9 rings. I promise you that. You mean to tell me if we put Kobe, bro, Kobe could have went to Houston with T-Mac and Steve Francis and got 3, 4 rings. There's so many options that Kobe had. Kobe could have went to the Phoenix Suns and pulled 6 rings out of that situation. Kobe had so many options. Bro had 3 titles and wasn't even 30. Let that sink in. Bro had 3 titles and wasn't even 30. And y'all sit here talking about, oh, the flop is the greatest of all time. What? I promise you today, Kobe Bryant could have went to the Sacramento Kings and got 3 titles in a row. Bro could have went to the Warriors and got on there with Steph Curry and what's the old buddy name? The other one, the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Bro could have got on the Warriors with Curry and Klay Thompson and let them boys shoot the lights out while all he did was facilitate and dunk. He could have took the spot that Iggy what's his name? What's his damn name? Iguodala. That Andre Iguodala had. Because you remember Andre Iguodala got the finals MVP in their first championship. Kobe could have went over there and easily got 3, 4, maybe even 5 rings. That's why I will always respect Kobe, Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing more than I respect LeBron. Because those guys could have easily just, this team is getting broken up, I'm going to just jump to another team. Jordan could have went to the Houston Rockets and played with Hakeem Olajuwon and them boys and got 5 more titles. But guys back in those days did not betray their team. They stuck it out through thick and thin. I'm sure Nick Van Exel could have went somewhere and got a ring. He stuck it out with the Lakers. Come on, bro. Kobe won his 5th ring at the age of 31. Yes, in his 13th season. I'm telling you. Kobe Bryant could have easily gotten a ring. You remember when they traded Karl Malone and them boys to the Lakers? Bro, they could have sent Kobe to the Jazz. Kobe could have went and played with the Jazz. Kobe could have went and played with the Detroit Pistons and got them 2, 3 more rings. Easily. Let's keep it real. Kobe could have went to the East and kept LeBron out of the finals. Am I wrong? Kobe could have went to the East, played for Boston, Orlando, Indiana, or who else was good on the East back then? There's a number of teams Kobe could have went to, and LeBron wouldn't have even sniffed the NBA Finals. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Kobe would have dogged the East. You 100% right, John Doe. Come on, I ain't no basketball aficionado, but I understand how awesome Kobe was. I understand that Kobe Bryant sticking with the Lakers was an amazing sacrifice for him. It was an amazing. Kobe could have went to the Memphis Grizzlies and played with Marc Gasol and them boys. Bro could have went to the Dallas Mavericks. Do you understand that? And played with Jason Terry and dominated the Western Conference and the NBA for another 5 years. Just let that sink in. My guy could have went and played with DeMarcus Cousins and dominated the league. Keep running y'all mouth. Y'all don't even know nothing. Not to mention, bro could have went and played with Jimmy Butler and Joe Johnson and dominated the league for another 5 years. Y'all really don't understand like what Kobe sacrificed to be a Laker and why Laker fans are eternally loyal to this dude. Don't even talk about the Thunder. Kobe could have went and played with KD and them boys. Kobe could have went to go play with Listen, bro. Kobe could have went to the Thunder. They could have got rid of James Harden when he really, came out as a top player. They could have got rid of James Harden. Because who was it? It was KD. It was Russell Westbrook. And who was the third one? It wasn't James Harden. It was somebody else who was real good. Kobe could have left the Lakers, went to play with the Thunder, and did a three-peat again. I don't know what's going on with my connection. But, yeah, it's just – but guess what? LeBron would have did that. LeBron would have did that. LeBron would have been like, oh, no, this team is rebuilding. I'm gone. LeBron would have left. LeBron would have went to the Spurs. I think Kobe to the Spurs would have been crazy work. I mean, if Kobe would have went to the Spurs and played with what's old buddy name? The Machine. Come on, man. Are you serious right now? Kobe could have went over to the Spurs. What's his name? The one who played for the Clippers. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine? Or if Kobe went to the Bulls, I know Pop, but Kawhi Leonard. Because y'all know Kawhi Leonard was still playing for the Spurs at that time. Imagine if Kobe would have left the Lakers and went to go play with the Spurs under Pop with Kawhi Leonard, Tony Parker. I think Tim Duncan was on the downturn. But they had some major players coming in. They had some major players on that team. Could you imagine if they would have traded, got Kobe, and then just got any old big man? It would have been over. It would have been over. He still would have been playing with old buddy. I forgot the other one's name. The nigga who was from the dude from another country. That would have been a crazy team. Kobe under Pop with Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan getting old, bringing somebody else up under him. Ginobili, Manu, yeah. That would have been crazy work. But the possibilities were endless for Kobe. Kobe had a lot of options, and he just stayed loyal. He just stayed true. He stayed down. That's a GOAT. Same thing with Jordan. That's a GOAT. LeBron ain't no damn GOAT. He's a bum. He needs the odds to be skewed in his favor to even do well. That boy went out on a groin injury because Jason Tatum was cooking his ass. Seared his ass to perfection. Oh, my groin, man, always faking an injury. All right. So I gave y'all an hour about LeBron being trash. Hey guys, tell me this. Is there a donation button at the bottom right side of the screen? Because they said they gave me back my monetization, but I want y'all to let me know if there's a button to drop a donation on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. No. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think because I didn't turn the monetization on. Lord Jesus. But I think I can do that. Okay. It's all good though. Okay. So let me see. Let me see. Or it might kick in on January 12th. I'm not really sure. But okay, so there's no button. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Click the happy face. Give me a happy face. Anyway, yeah. So we're good though. It doesn't matter. I just want to make sure. I want to see what's up with it. But so guys, everything that you know we've been saying about this society, about the way things are, everything that we basically voted against when we chose to vote for Donald Trump. To me, that's just what LeBron James represents. People who they continuously want to tell you how awesome these people are. But if they're that awesome, you should be able to see it for yourself. Okay, the next thing we got to do, we got to talk about is I think I put Tariq Nasheed in this joint. And I got to talk to y'all one more time about this situation with this California reparations bill. Because these California Black Caucus, Congressional Caucus members, they think we are dumb. They think we are boo-boo the damn fool. These people are now trying to get Black folks back on the hook on for the reparations mess, right? After they blocked their own doggone reparations bill. Hold on, I'm looking at removed from. Okay, so recently, California Democrats have removed California Republicans from state committees, right? So if you don't know about this, you can be a Republican, right? And you could be in a state like California that's dominated by Democrats, but you will still be allowed or chosen to serve on certain committees, right? So recently in California, in an unprecedented, this has never happened before, in an unprecedented move, California Democrats have removed California Republicans from their state committee assignments. There's one Republican in particular, Bill Asaley, who was he's a Republican. He was the only California congressman to motion for a vote on the California reparations bill. Now, if you still don't follow me, California Democrats, Black Democrats, the California Black Caucus, Congressional Caucus, they wrote a reparations bill that called for cash payments for the descendants of American slaves, right? They then turned around and blocked their own damn bill. Now, let me make this clear to you. They wrote a bill, told y'all we all about reparations. We want y'all to get reparations. This is for the Black folks. We support you, right? These people blocked their own darn gone bill, right? And now, I'm going to pull this article up. They are trying to get you back on board with another bill, which proves that the reparations argument for many Black politicians isn't even real. They are simply using this as something to get you to vote for them for the next 5-6 decades. The reparations argument in America is dead. It's dead and stinking. Because the closest we came to seeing reparations money was the state of California's reparation task force. And we have seen something that to me is so damn disgusting. Black folks blocked reparations. Not white folk. Oh, the racist white folk. You know how we do. Not white folks. Not green folks. Black folks. Them blocked their own darn gone reparation bill. California Legislative Black Caucus leaders renew reparations push after blocking similar proposal last year. This is on February 20th, 2025. Why isn't Tariq, Nasheed, and FBA talking about this? That is my question to you. Feel free to share him this video. Why isn't Tariq Nasheed, the self-proclaimed leader of the FBA movement? He is based in California. He's right in the same county that all this is taking place in, right? Because the person who wrote the bill, Representative Sanders, he is a representative in the city of Los Angeles. Tariq is in the county of Los Angeles. California Legislative Black Caucus leaders renew reparations push after blocking similar proposal last year. They are playing in our damn face. They are playing in our damn face. Y'all out here going off on me for voting for Trump. Oh, Brandon, Trump is a racist. What are they? What are a group of people who write a bill and then block their own doggone bill? As a matter of fact, only a white Republican, he's actually Middle Eastern, only a Republican of Middle Eastern descent was brave enough to even motion for a vote. And do you know that when he motioned for the vote, all he needed was for one more representative to second his motion, and they would have at least been forced to vote on the bill? Did you know that? Bet you didn't. They would have been forced to vote on the bill. He couldn't get one black person, one black California congressman or woman to second his motion. He literally said, I saw the black people in the hallway crying, so I decided to stop and ask them what was going on, right? He said they told him what was going on. They told him basically their own folks, their own black folks, was sabotaging the reparations bill. They refused to motion to have the bill voted on. And so Bill Asalee went in there and motioned for the bill to be taken up for a vote. Not one black California congressman backed him up. So to see these people now coming back talking about renewing the reparations push, and then you got this news outlet, KCRA3, they out here making a fool out of us. They out here throwing it in our face, letting the world know how ridiculous we are, how hopeless we are, how much we sit up in cognitive dissonance, denying the facts and reality by saying, look, these black folks still voting for a bunch of Democrats who wrote the bill for reparations and then blocked it. I'm reading this. The California Legislative Black Caucus on Thursday held their first news conference since last year's fallout over reparations, and group leaders refused to answer questions about what happened. On the final night of California's legislative session last year, the group blocked two of its own priorities to establish a reparations-related state agency and set up a state fund. It sparked a large protest in the Capitol Rotunda. On Thursday, the group of lawmakers resurrected the agency proposal and a variety of other proposed laws that have struggled to get voter or full legislative approval in previous years. The group's priority is to support California's Black community and address state inequities. We maintain our commitment to transparency, integrity, and collaboration, caucus leader, Democrat of San Diego, Senator Akilah Weber Pearson, said at the conclusion of the 35-minute news conference, in which she would only take 2 questions from reporters. Days before blocking their own reparations bill last year, the California Legislative Black Caucus played a role in the passage of one of the most controversial and high-profile bills to move through the state. Now, if you guys want to know about this, to show you how this is to show you how much they really don't give a damn about reparations. They blocked the reparations bill, right? But days before that, they supported a bill, right? They carried a bill and successfully passed this bill, allowing a billionaire's 100-person VIP club to be the only establishment in California to serve alcohol until 4 a.m. The state law allows the sale up until 2 a.m. Now tell me, does that make sense? They refused to vote on the reparations bill. They blocked the reparations bill, but they're passing bills that allow a single California resident to operate a business, a club, where they could sell alcohol till 4 a.m. This made it to the state to be voted on. Now, the rule in California is you can only sell alcohol until 2 a.m. These people are so detached. They care so little about the desires and demands of their constituents. They put an individual's request, the request of one individual, over the request of the Black collective for them to secure reparations in the form of cash payments for the descendants of American slaves. They put a single person's interest over the interests of the masses. That's crazy. Roland Curtis, 100%. Voting for Trump in 2024 was really the only choice that voters had. The alternative was a joke. She was just trolling. Nobody took Miss Collard Greens in the bathtub serious. Exactly. So when people come to me like, oh, you voted for Trump, I'd be like, what was the alternative? What was the alternative? And then they go through the mental gymnastics of, oh, you should have voted for Kamala. Hey, man, Kamala was horrible. Well, you know what? The votes don't matter anyway. It's all rigged. They choose who they want. It's like a damn gauntlet of Black ignorance that you got to go through just to explain why you voted for what was the best option for yourself as an individual and what was the best option for this country. But my question is, why isn't Tariq Nasheed or FBA even talking about this? Why aren't they talking about how our own Black congressmen are selling us out? Oh, you know where they're coming. Oh, it was a bunch of tethers anyway. All you needed was 2 people, one the motion and one to second the motion. I'm sure all the Black folks on the California Congressional Black Caucus are not, quote unquote, tethers. The people who we're putting in leadership with our vote, they do not support what we want. They do not support our wishes or our demands. They only support what is going to generate them the most money for their campaign for the next term. That is all. That is it, and that is all. People like the lady we about to talk about next, Jasmine Crockett. I don't even know what Jasmine Crockett does for her constituents. This woman was elected to be a state representative of Texas. I don't even ever hear this woman even talking about Texas. All this woman talk about is Donald Trump and how we need to donate money to the Democrat Party. Still begging. Ain't done nothing. Ain't done nothing to date, but still begging for money after getting absolutely destroyed in the last election. These people know no shame. I'm telling you that right now. These people know no shame. And it's sad. It's so pathetic. I want to play this video of Jasmine Crockett just sounding unhinged and ridiculous. I mean, this woman has made a commitment to being ghetto. And you still got people, I mean,
well, it was Oscars this week, of course, where all the tension and the fantasy and the suspension.
Look, we're going to watch this.
Well, it was Oscars this week, of course, where all the tension and the fantasy and the suspension of disbelief and the high drama took place on the red carpet rather than actually up on, the silver screen. Our very own Guy Pearce turned in a stunning performance as an incendiary speech to Congress.
Oh no!
It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
Yep, that's the modern left for you, and she is the hope of the Democratic side, a feisty young black woman whose sole suitability for office is that she is suffering from acute, repetitive, and incurable TDS, Trump derangement syndrome.
Unfortunately, we have someone that is occupying the White House, and as far as I'm concerned, he is an enemy to the United States.
Fortunately for Jasmine, she's not alone. These days, TDS clinics are springing up everywhere thanks to the unrelenting demand. Here's one young lady who's so traumatized by Donald Trump, she wants to go and live in her basement.
I want to thank all you people out there for voting this individual in. Thanks so much, because guess what?
You're welcome.
I live in a rural community, and now I know I can't simply leave my house. Thanks so much, guys. I'm going to be underground. You guys won't hear from me again. Bye, guys.
It's okay. Of course, you could always try and treat your TDS by wearing a paper COVID mask.
Effective form of protest you have right now that you can start immediately. Put a mask back on. Stop letting them observe your face and have the side benefit of better health and protecting the rest of us in the world. Put a mask back on.
TDS does strange things to a person. Well, the paper mask.
So, in order to protest against Donald Trump, these people are telling you to put a COVID mask back on. Now, does that make sense to anybody? I know it don't make sense to me, but does that make sense to any of y'all? Put a COVID mask back on to protest Donald Trump. These people are unhinged. These people are absolutely unhinged. There's another video I got for you, because this is the worst one. And this is who the Democrats keep putting out. This is the person who is going to get everybody to vote for us. This person, this crazy black girl who's doing her best impression of a hood rat, is the hope and savior of the Democrat Party. This is where they are. This is where they are. I'm gonna show you this.
Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era. All right, besties, House appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag, we are the bag. Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, it's giving. So Sigma, main character energy. But Republicans' Project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go off. See how I keep you informed? Very cutesy, very demure.
See how I keep you informed. Very cutesy, very demure. She'll get the young people to turn out and vote. Can't lie, I'm going to tell you, young people don't vote. I don't care how much they talk. I don't care how much they try to pretend like they know what they're talking about. Young people do not vote, especially young liberals. They will talk about something for 5 minutes, but they're not going to go and inconvenience their day by going to vote. What? That's not demure. That's not cutesy. It's all about style points. Has nothing to do with actual movement or motion. It's all about, hey, I'm going to be accepted if I say X, Y, Z. And if I don't think like this or believe like this, my friends are going to shun me. Let's play this.
Sitting Congresswoman.
If you really want to know who the criminals are in this country, you can Google it. You don't have to trust me. But the people that commit 80% of the most violent crimes in this country are white supremacists.
Let me make sure y'all got the facts. Most extreme crimes that take place in this country are committed by white supremacists. 80%.
Child, are you ready to see this fuck-ass, fake-ass felon on stage? I see you got your cross because you know the devil is here to still kill and destroy.
I needed some garlic. That's it. I need some garlic too. I need all the things, honey. Am I ready to see him? No. But you know, we'll see. I'm here.
Look, I'm calling it the state of the.
All I need is some garlic. Oh, because you know, all I need is some garlic, honey. Guys, Jasmine Crockett doesn't even talk like that. Jasmine Crockett doesn't even talk like that. She suddenly developed the ghetto hoochie mama accent out of nowhere. This woman is suddenly the most hoodish chick. This chick is suddenly the chick off of Craig Girlfriend off of Friday. Remember the girl, now tell me who she was, that chick. She went from being well-spoken. This girl grew up rich. She went to private school. Now, all of a sudden, she's Bonquisha down in 3C. Come on, man. It's an act.
Delusion with this man because obviously he's very delusional. Yeah. Child, let's talk about delusion. This man really thinks that he's going to give the American people, and some people believe this lie, that he's going to give us a $2,000 check. The math ain't mathing.
2,000. I thought it was 5.
Maybe it's 5,000. You know, they can't get their numbers right.
Let me help you. It's 0. How about that? It's 0. And I know people gonna feel away. Listen, all I do is give y'all facts. So you come back to me when you don't get that check and say, Jasmine, you were right. Just like y'all want to get out there and say all kinds of, you know, other stuff.
He's hearing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't. You know, we showed up. And if he had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense. So please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do for sure.
If he had some sense, he would have showed up. We would have showed up. But you know he ain't about that life. She doesn't even use the slang properly. I'm no hood speak aficionado, but she doesn't even use the slang properly. Now, this is how Jasmine Crockett used to sound. Mind you, you can't say, oh, well, back then she was younger. Jasmine Crockett is 43 years old. Jasmine Crockett is 43 years old. No husband, no kids. My boy Tim just said that too. I am African. She's 43 years old, no husband, no kids, up in there acting ghetto like a hoochie mama. This is how she really talks, y'all.
Like a normal person.
Absolutely. First of all, it's good to see you in the new year. You know, no one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress. It's just not what my plan was.
Her wig was still horrible, but she talked like she had some doggone sense.
But what I've always decided is that I would step up when there was a need.
Listen, he up there, he's hearing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't, you know.
But when she called me and said, I think it's time for me to retire, and you're the one that I believe should take my seat, I really was kind of caught off guard. I didn't anticipate that. If anyone knows anything about the Congresswoman, they know.
We showed up. And if he had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense. So please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do for sure. We got some cool shirts.
You know, the congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat. And I was just starting to get into the rhythm of doing constituent services and things like that. We got Madam Williams, who just happens to have the honorary seat. It's not even honorary because she's holding it down, y'all. But the legend himself, John Lewis, that is the seat in which she currently serves. So she honored his legacy. This is the message that she wanted to send today.
Y'all don't know what white privilege looks like, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of something.
It's a huge responsibility. You know, the congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at, calm down,
No, because this is what y'all do.
And I was just starting to get into the rhythm of doing constituent services.
Man, this is so indicative of the times we live in, where women who got sense are trying to emulate ghetto hood rat behavior. They are displaying ghetto hood rat behavior because they think that that is more attractive. I don't know why they're doing it. This girl was a well-spoken woman who went to $30,000 a year, according to the comments, private school as a kid, went to college, became a lawyer, got elected to the state Congress, then got sent to the federal Congress, and decided to turn into a hood rat. She decided to turn into a hood rat. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And they think that this is what's going to appeal to Democrats, right? But look, man, they ain't buying it. According to Bill Maher, he went at her. He went at her.
If you watch the speech, I saw mostly the clips of it, and mostly it was people in the audience, the guy with the cane, people with like paddles. Oh, there's the cane dude. And then there's, okay, we're here's our pussy hat uniform. And these, looks like you're at a auction signs. I mean, it was, John Fetterman called it a sad cavalcade of self-owns and unhinged petulance. I love him. I thought he should run last week. The Democrats seem so lost. And here's Jasmine Crockett, who is, I thought, a big leader in the Democratic Party. Her quote is, "This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up because I'm ready to get on with it." On with what would be my first question. And also, this is the way this is like how a podcaster talks or some shit. Fuck it, man. Can you imagine, I don't know, Obama saying, man, dude, this shit is whack and fuck it. Slap me. I'm fucking over it. I mean, come on, man.
There are a lot.
Man, look, man. That is exactly what Democrats who have sense are thinking. They think that this stuff is working. All this is doing is alienating the ones among them who actually have sense. And guess what? The ones among them who have sense are the ones who donate the money. And that's why they're struggling to get donations. Because people are like, we're waiting for you to show us a plan, an agenda. We're waiting for you to give us a direction that the party is going so we can get behind you. Not sending Bonquisha from 3C, putting her on stage so she could do her best impression of Shanae. Hey, John Doe facts. It's the glue in the lace front affecting their brain cells. I love hip hop. I'm with you 100%. Like, what if she was ghetto and she was just pretending not to be ghetto all them years? And then she was like, oh, I can act like my real self. And then she just came out. I don't know. Maybe. But I don't understand why a woman who's an elected representative of this country is trying to do her best impression of Cardi B. But didn't we know? Like, the Democrat Party thought Cardi B was qualified to speak for black people in America. So now they like, yo, we might as well just become the entertainers that they love. We might as well just act like the entertainers that they love. Because the black community is the only community allowing entertainers to tell us who to vote for. No, we not. Let's not forget, over 85% of black folks still voted for Kamala Harris. Oh, you know she'll get votes in the black community. You know she'll get votes in the black community. Because in the black community, sassiness and theatrics trump all. She's reverse code switching. She gets ghettofied when she's supposed to act right. And then when she's supposed to be ghettofied, she gets them act right. I Roland. You funny as hell, Roland. Look, man. Hey, real quick, before I forget, let me give a shout out to the people who contributed to the stream. Shout out to my boy, JP from the LB, for the $5 holler in the Cash App. We got a $5 holler in the Cash App. Guys, if you want to contribute, we did get our monetization back. For some reason, the monetization button is not working. I'll figure that out later on. Probably because I didn't monetize the video. That's probably why. But feel free to contribute via Cash App. We do appreciate all contributions. That's pretty much all I have. Is there anything that I'm missing? Is there anything that I'm missing today so far? Just this Jasmine Crockett thing was funny. I'm getting my feet wet. I haven't done a live in a while, so I'm getting back into the swing of things. It definitely takes skill to do live streams. You have to have some level of skill to do it. I'm getting back in the swing of things. It'll probably take me a couple times to get back on my A game. So bear with me. But if there's nothing else that we needed to talk about, I guess that's it for today. And I'll be seeing you all later. So until the next time, remember to take care of yourselves. But most importantly, please take care of each other. Peace.